Live from South Jersey's WMGM-TV, this is NBC 40 News. Your news now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Michelle Dawn Mooney. Topping our news tonight, authorities say the Washington sniper has struck again. Police have confirmed that a slaying at a Northern Virginia gas station is connected to other sniper attacks that have terrorized the region this past week. Now, the latest shooting happened in Manassas, Virginia, where 53-year-old Dean Myers was shot after filling his car with gas. Myers is the 9th victim of the sniper, who has killed 7 and has left 2 in critical condition at area hospitals. Police have received thousands of tip calls in the investigation and are offering several $1,000s, actually $300,000 reward for anything leading to the arrest. NBC's Michael Williams now joins us with the very latest on the investigation.
Good evening. Where we stand tonight, an unseen killer or killers, unsuspecting victims, and a community increasingly uneasy about what used to be routine daily errands. The aftermath and the details are sickeningly familiar. The report of a single gunshot from an unseen sniper who steals away. Then the search for evidence, anything that might strip the killer of anonymity. This time, it is 53-year-old Dean Myers who is dead. An unmarried engineer from Gaithersburg, Maryland, fatally shot as he was getting ready to leave the Sunoco gas station in Manassas, Virginia, Wednesday evening.
The ballistic evidence has concluded that these cases are linked.
Bullet-related evidence made that connection, one that again portrays a skilled marksman with a high-powered rifle on a deranged and random spree.
It is very sad when it hits you so close to home.
No calling card from the killer was found at the Sunoco shooting scene, police say.
I'm not aware of any note or anything like that as being developed in any part of this entire investigation in Prince William County.
That had been the case with the Dear Policeman, I'm God tarot card found near the school where a 13-year-old boy was wounded Monday.
FBI.
Meanwhile, at an FBI tip line center, phones ring off the hook. An information and investigative dragnet hoping to snare a killer. At the end of the day, the killer or killers, criminal profilers say, are reveling in the attention and power these sniper attacks command. The hope is that that craving will eventually lead to a mistake that reveals an identity. The worry is about how much higher the casualty count might go before then. Reporting live in Rockville, Maryland, I'm Michael Williams. Now back to you.
All right, thanks, Michael. The FBI is investigating the hanging death of Justin Doyle, a local teenager from Rio Grande. Doyle's mother says police told her it was a suicide, but she believes it was murder. NBC 40's Jennifer Sherlock reports.
And I believe West Wildwood cops have totally botched any investigation.
Patricia Doyle will fight until she gets justice. The heartbroken mother believes her 17-year-old son was brutally murdered the night of September 16th. His body was found hanging from a jungle gym at a West Wildwood park. Although his death remains under investigation, family members say West Wildwood police were quick to brush it off as a suicide.
This is not a kid that's suicidal. You know, it just isn't. I talked to him at 7:30 that night. He was okay.
Those close to Justin say city workers removed all existing playground equipment just 4 days after his death, the day of his funeral. They say the city accused neighborhood kids of defacing it. Patricia says otherwise.
They bulldozed the ground that it was sitting on, so no investigation can ever be done of any of that.
According to Justin's death certificate, the time of death was 9:41 p.m. But Patricia says police told her he died around 9 o'clock. She also wonders why she was never informed of Justin's death until almost 4 hours later. Some say Justin, a known member of the Crips, could have been a victim of gang violence. But Patricia believes her biracial son was the target of a hate crime.
The city officials from West Wildwood have made no secret of the fact that they don't want him there, that he was a dirty little nigger to them, and they didn't want his kind in their town.
Justin was last seen at his girlfriend's house around 8:30 that night, where he left her a note.
It was nothing like, I'm so sorry, you know, I'm going to go kill myself kind of thing. It wasn't anything like that.
The family has a key witness who reportedly saw Justin at this 7-Eleven on Skellinger Avenue between 9:30 and 9:45. the same time frame of his death.
And this murder was done well enough that this isn't a child who did this. This isn't another 17-year-old. They couldn't have staged it and covered it this well.
While Patricia continues her fight to get to the bottom of this, prosecutors say they are still investigating and conferring with the medical examiner's office before coming out with any information. Michelle?
All right, thanks, Jennifer. Officials are trying to determine the cause of a fire at Wildwood Crest Wawa earlier tonight. It happened around 7:30 in the 6700 block of New Jersey Avenue. It took firefighters a little more than an hour to control the fire. Investigators say the blaze, believed to have started in the back of an aisle, does not look suspicious, but they are not ruling out any possibilities until their investigation is complete. While there was no major structural damage, officials say there was extensive interior damage. No injuries were reported. An embattled Cumberland County doctor says he's trying to move on with his life after a 9-month saga involving his free health care clinic. As we first reported last night, the New Jersey Board of Medical Examiners has suspended the license of violent Dr. Eddie Andahar as part of a settlement with the state attorney general's office. Andahar must pay a $50,000 fine, but he wants people to know his settlement with the state is not an admission of guilt, and the state dropped allegations that Andahar failed to cooperate with inspectors and allowed unlicensed staff to administer intravenous drugs. Andahar says he will give the state $1,000 a month to pay off the fine. But thanks to the generosity of some area organizations, he says there are plans in the works for a fundraiser. A guilty plea today from the Bulgarian law student who tried to board a plane at Atlantic City International Airport last month with what were construed as potential weapons. After pleading to a lesser charge, 21-year-old Nikolai Jonov will now be forced to leave the country. Nikolai Jonov said he was sorry and ashamed. The Bulgarian college student suspected of being a terrorist will be going home rather than to jail. Last month, Jonov was arrested when inspectors at Atlantic City International Airport discovered 2 box cutters and a pair of scissors hidden in his luggage. He was charged with trying to board a plane with a concealed weapon.
We're not able to find any evidence that he was working in concert with anybody else, nor did he any contact with anybody who represented a threat.
After apologizing, Jonov pled guilty to knowingly and willfully violating airport rules.
He has pled guilty to a misdemeanor, agreed to leave the country on Saturday. At that time, he will be met by FBI agents who will return to him his papers and make sure he gets on a plane back to Bulgaria.
While here in South Jersey this past summer, Jonov worked and lived in the Wildwood area with 2 other roommates from Bulgaria. He now plans to return to Bulgaria on Saturday. The state of New Jersey claims a major department store is guilty of fraud, cheating hundreds of their customers. Sears Roebuck & Company is being sued for allegedly charging for work that was never done or unnecessary at its New Jersey auto repair centers. NBC 40's Omadeli Nelson is standing by live in the studio with the latest. Omadeli?
Well, Michelle, after a 2-year undercover investigation at 19 Sears auto repair centers in the state, officials have announced a 5-count complaint seeking restitution for customers, fines for violating the state's Consumer Fraud Act, and a court order to stop the fraudulent business practices.
It surprised me. It really did, because Sears been around a while. I mean, I've been around this area a while. I mean, it's like my house, really.
Longtime customer Brian Petrosh may be surprised by today's lawsuit, but it's still not stopping him from shopping here at the Sears store in Hamilton Mall. The suit filed by State Attorney General David Sampson comes after an investigation finding more than 350 instances of violations of the State Consumer Fraud Act.
The charging by Sears of alignments for 4 wheels on cars that only had 2 wheels to be aligned.
It's still unknown whether the Hamilton Mall location is included in the fraudulent activity. So far, allegations have been made at 6 centers statewide, while 13 other centers are still under investigation.
Sears and Roebuck will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
You don't get a guarantee anymore. Anywhere, really. I mean, just not Sears, it's really anywhere.
A Sears spokesperson says if the allegations are true, the company will take action. Officials say this is not the first time Sears has run afoul of New Jersey's auto repair laws. Michelle?
All right, thanks for that report, Omadeli. On the casino front tonight, a bad day in Wall Street for gaming giant Harrah's. Shares of the company's stock plunged more than 8%, or about $3.73, The drop came after an analyst lowered his rating of the stock and also downgraded his 12-month price target of Harris stock. The Salomon Smith Barney analyst says the move followed concerns about consumer spending. The House of Representatives passed a war powers resolution authorizing President Bush to use U.S. military force against Iraq. The arguments were heated as supporters fought back efforts to weaken the resolution. NBC's Steve Handelsman has the details.
Ayes are 296. The nays are 133. The joint resolution is passed.
The House approved using force on Iraq in a debate that split Democrats, some wary.
We must not rush to war. We must give the United Nations time to do its work.
Other Democrats willing to go to war.
To prevent further terrorist attacks and ensure that an attack with a weapon of mass destruction cannot happen.
President Bush praised the bipartisan result.
The House of Representatives has spoken clearly to the world and to the United Nations Security Council. The gathering threat of Iraq must be confronted fully and finally.
Senators moved closer to okaying force, despite the protest of a 50-year veteran.
To stand up against this stampede, this rush to war.
But 3/4 of senators agreed to limit debate, force certain to be approved.
But given the options, we think it's the best of what has been a very difficult set of choices.
The Iraqis again today insisted they're not hiding superweapons. And Saddam Hussein's government invited the U.S. government to come inspect, an offer cold-shouldered by the Bush team with the Senate set to okay the use of force. I'm Steve Handelsman, NBC News, Capitol Hill.
A big night for a big star in Atlantic City. Italian-American singer-actor Al Martino received special honors tonight from the Atlantic City Columbus Day Parade Committee. Martino, who has been entertaining for more than 50 years, was awarded the committee's first annual Lifetime Achievement Award. Tonight's gala, held at the Showboat Casino, was the kickoff for the committee's 2003 Columbus Day activities. And at Resorts Hotel and Casino, the Atlantic City Jitney Association handed out their Hall of Fame awards. Tony DeLuca provided music and entertainment at the 10th Annual Jitney Awards and Scholarship Banquet. Tonight's Hall of Fame honorees were Lloyd Levinson, Yvonne Benito-Doggett, Tasha Devonish, and Ifino McKeldis from Atlantic City High School won scholarships. Still ahead tonight on NBC 40 News at 11, a Moroccan man who has been under investigation for a year has been arrested for supporting September 11 terrorists. And later, a magical delivery is taking center stage at one area casino. We'll introduce you to Atlantic City's newest stars. Those stories and much more when we return.
Boscov is what I want. It's happening now. Boscov's Columbus Day sale. Take 25 to 50% off almost all outerwear for the family. And almost all sweaters for the entire family are 25 to 50% off. Plus new fall coordinates and separates at 25 to 50% savings. Alfred Dunner, Sag Harbor, Norton McNaughton, and more during the Columbus Day sale at all Boscov.
The best nurses wear our badge.
I'm John Langston. I'm a nurse at Shore Memorial Hospital. For me, as a man in nursing, this field is really wide open. The need for nurses is great, but the need for male nurses is even greater. So there's a satisfaction with this job that I never expected to find and would wholeheartedly recommend to anyone else that wanted to give it a try. This is a wonderful career for a man. Nursing, specifically nursing at Shore Memorial Hospital, is a wonderful way to spend your life.
Patios and driveways of interlocking paving stones are better than asphalt or concrete. But you must insist on Cambridge paving stones with the Armortech surface. In a short time, pavers without Armortech look like this, as small stones within are revealed on the surface. With Armortech only from Cambridge, pavers look like new forever.
Cambridge paving stones with Armortech, they'll always look like new.
I can't sleep, Mom. There are monsters in my closet.
I have an idea. There, honey. Feel safe?
Now the monsters are under the caravan.
No, they aren't. I'll show you.
Dodge Caravan. A feeling of security no matter what lies ahead.
Told you so.
Sure, let's hide under the minivan. Great idea!
Sea Monsters, Inc., now on DVD and in the Dodge Caravan. Get 0% financing for 60 months or $2,500 cash allowance, plus Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty.
A groundbreaking ceremony today at the site of a new senior center in Lower Township. The new center will replace the current center at the Cape May Airport, which was built during World War II. Local officials say they believe this new facility will expand the senior services needed, particularly in Cape May and Lower Township, where there was a large elderly population. The new center is expected to open in August of 2003 at a cost of about $1.4 million. A Moroccan man was arrested today in Germany on suspicion that he provided logistical support to the Hamburg cell of 9/11 plotters. That story tops tonight's Newsline. According to a statement from German prosecutors, 29-year-old Abdelghani Moussaldi had close contacts over several years with members of a terrorist cell which included 2 more of the September 11th pilots. He also attended training camps in Afghanistan in the summer of 2000. Prior to his arrest, Moussaldi had been under investigation since October of last year. 53,000 baby walkers are being voluntarily recalled by Bike Pro Incorporated and Oriental Trading Company. The walkers sold across the country can cause serious injury or even death because they are not designed to stop at the top of a step. The walkers were sold between January of 2000 and June of 2002. For more information, you can log on to the Consumer Protection Safety Commission website at www.cpsc.gov. This year's Nobel Prize in Literature has been awarded to Hungarian writer and concentration camp survivor Imre Kertész. His first book in 1975 focused on a young man taken to a death camp who conforms and survives the ordeal. Kertész is the first Hungarian to win the Nobel Literature Prize. And that's tonight's Newsline. Is South Jersey set for another soaker? The answer next in your exclusive forecast. Stay with us.
Turns on right here. That's all I know about our heating system. But if I need service, I know who to call. The Rheem team. They arrive on time, in uniform, with photo ID, good work and fair prices. And they always leave the work area nice and clean. I'm really impressed with the Rheem team. You will be too.
In the Shore area, call GM Mechanical Contractor, Inc. at 609-927-7900.
We will impress you when you make that call to the Rheem team.
All hands on deck. It's the Admiral.
Admiral Bob here. When was the last time you were at a car dealership and actually recognized someone from the time before? While the faces constantly change everywhere else, here at Admiral Nissan, you'll always see the familiar faces of people who've helped you buy a car and take care of your car year after year. People you know, people you trust. They're the people of the Admiral family, dedicated to providing your family with the very best in customer satisfaction.
We've taken everything we know about discounting furniture and put it into one giant sales event. Value City Furniture's Spectacular Columbus Day Sale. For a limited time only at Value City, shop tremendous Columbus Day savings on today's most stylish furnishings for every room. Plus, buy now with no money down, no interest, and no payments till October 2003. Remember, it all comes down to price, and you won't find lower prices anywhere, anytime than during the Spectacular Columbus Day Sale. Now at Value City Furniture.
Why haven't you refinanced? All it takes is a no-obligation 5-minute phone call to Eastern Financial, and they handle everything. With the lowest interest rates in 35 years, you could save thousands by refinancing with Eastern Financial. Refinancing your home is as easy as a 5-minute phone call to Eastern Financial. We take care of all the paperwork and details. All you have to do is call, and you're on your way to saving thousands of dollars. Eastern Financial. Call 609-646-0100. Licensed New Jersey Mortgage Banker, New Jersey Department of Banking.
Downright damp and dreary tonight. The perfect night to stay home and watch your favorite NBC shows tonight. Thursday night's the best night to do that. And here you go, Mother Nature providing you with a reason to stay indoors. Rain coming down earlier this evening. This is just about an hour ago at a pretty good clip. Expect more of the same as we're watching one little swath of heavier showers now moving through Dover, Delaware, right across the Delaware Bay, expected to reach Cumberland County in the next few minutes. And we are watching this continuous stream, if you can see on our radar imagery, of dark green and yellow continue to stream through the Chesapeake area into the Delmarva through Delaware. And we are going to be inundated in the overnight hours tonight. Currently, temperatures out there, very chilly, if you will, clammy. Best way to describe it with the damp conditions, 60 right now at the Atlantic City Airport. Relative humidity up there at 92%. Feels kind of raw because of the winds out of the east onshore, 13 miles per hour, gusting some spots, especially along the coast, to 25 miles per hour right now. Rainfall tallies, and again, expected to continue because the rain's still falling as we speak, up to 1/3 of an inch. Good news, though. Afternoon high temperature today, 65 degrees. Been hovering right around that mark all day long in the lower 60s. Your current temperature matches your current low for the day. Well below the normal, well, not so well below the normal, a few degrees below the normal, well above the normal low. 46 won't get quite that cool. We'll stay right around the temperatures that we are dealing with now because air is very saturated. Current surface temperatures matching the dew point temperatures. Relative humidities, you saw all that a moment ago. Not a lot of chances for these temperatures to fall. 61 right now in the Holly City of Millville. Along the coast, we'll stay pretty put in the lower 60s. 62 in Atlantic City, 64 on the beach in Avalon, matching that in the Wildwood. Overhead, just look at the stream of clouds really going from really south, southwest to north, northeast, and that will continue to be the case. You see the heavier rain now moving through Virginia. We have another area to watch for moving out of the Tennessee Valley into the Ohio Valley. So for the next 24 to 36 hours, rain will certainly necessitate the region. It will really reach our region throughout the night tonight into Friday. And that little speck right down there, that's what's left of Tropical Depression Kyle, an added source of moisture for this area of low pressure. It's continued to move through the south and will continue to push towards the northeast, so we'll be seeing rain for quite a bit. Until that starts to push off Saturday, we will see some rain during the day Saturday, maybe catch a little break before this next front moves through. By Sunday, the clearing really won't happen until we get into the beginning of next week. Forecast out on the waters tomorrow, a mess. Certainly not a day to be out there. Winds out of the northeast fairly strong. Small craft advisory. Seas very rough. Of course, visibility will be down. Periods of rain tonight and the overnight. Maybe heavy. In the next couple of minutes, you'll see. 61 along the coast, your overnight low. 60 farther inland. Tomorrow will only rebound once again into the middle. 60. Windy with occasional showers and those winds out of the east-northeast. Hold on to your hats. 15 to 25 miles per hour. 69 for Saturday. If we do see some sunshine, would be nice. But by and large, plenty of rain as we head on in to your Sunday. The next front moves through, but before that, we'll warm up to 70 on Sunday. And that front passes through. We'll start to clear out for Monday and cool down. 61 for your Columbus Day. Tuesday, partly sunny. Michelle, high of 62 degrees, but plenty of rain in store as we head into the next couple of days.
Right.
A lot of soaking weather for football players.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But we really can't complain.
No, we need it. We need it.
Very good. And rain, if it freezes, that turns into ice.
Yeah, we've got a lot coming up in sports. We'll have bullies, we'll have high school football, all that coming up next.
Come celebrate our first 100 years, or as we like to call it, first gear. It's the Harley-Davidson 100th anniversary, a century of motorcycles, and we're just getting started. Ride down to Atlantic County Harley-Davidson Buell and join the party. Gear up with 100th anniversary bikes, motor clothes apparel, and accessories. Visit our museum or grab a snack at our old-fashioned ice cream bar. Atlantic County Harley-Davidson Buell, 219 East White Horse Pike, Galloway Township, and at the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City.
The Shore Mall is hometown shopping. A unique blend of national retailers and shops with a local flair makes the Shore Mall different. 3 major department stores and more than 60 specialty shops and restaurants makes the Shore Mall convenient. The family-friendly atmosphere makes them better. Stop in now and experience this limited time event. The Shore Mall truly is your hometown shopping center.
John DeMaria delivers for Atlantic County, a proven leader, 10 successful years in Atlantic County government. As mayor of Summers Point, acquiring a $180,000 grant for open space, a champion of the trash tax repeal, saving taxpayers tens of thousands of dollars. John DeMaria will continue to deliver support to our volunteer fire, rescue, and emergency workers. So let John DeMaria deliver for all of Atlantic County. John DeMaria, freeholder at large.
Seaview Lincoln Mercury Mazda is more than just a premier car dealer. They also feature an outstanding service department. Using state-of-the-art equipment, their factory-trained certified technicians will get your car back on the road. They also perform authorized repairs on all Ford cars and trucks. In addition to quality repairs, they feature a body shop with state-of-the-art equipment. With free estimates, guaranteed repairs, and refinishing, your car will look brand new. Don't trust your car with anyone but the certified technicians of Seaview Lincoln Mercury Mazda.
Welcome back. The Atlantic City Boardwalk Bullies have a lot of strengths coming into their second ECHL season, but AC's biggest asset could be in goal, where Scott Sterling returns after a tremendous first year. But as Jeff Skversky reports, the only question is, can Scott be Sterling at the next level?
The goal of playing in the NHL is getting tougher for goalie Scott Sterling. He was under contract with the St. Louis Blues last year, but when it expired on July 1st, listen to what happened.
Never received a phone call or anything like that from St. Louis, so my contract ran out July 1st without a phone call or anything like that, which is apparently how some teams do it, not all.
In this business, they can like you at one time for, you think you're the best person in the world, and then they can turn on you and they don't really care about you.
As a player, I was there and was frustrated at times, that I didn't get a contract, and, and I've seen it, in my 5 years now back in the coast as a coach, that, I've seen a lot of guys get passed up.
And speaking of passed up, Sterling passed up NHL contracts with Calgary and Anaheim to stay right here in Atlantic City.
This was the best offer, was to come to Atlantic City, sign with Atlantic City, and now make myself as a player available to 30 American Hockey League teams as opposed to just one. Had I signed an NHL or AHL deal.
As disappointed as Scott Sterling may be about his contract situation, that's in the past, and he now knows he needs to focus on just one thing: that net behind me.
It's tough to sit there and worry about it, because once you start worrying, things are going to pass you by, and it might be at this team, it might be the next game.
If it affects your play, then your career is going to be all done. So, you just got to put it behind you, and I think Scott's done that.
The guys who are mentally tough, who can, move on from it and go out and do what they need to do with their job, and are the guys that usually succeed and do well.
And that should not be a problem for Sterling, who led AC to the conference finals last year with the Bullies. Jeff Skversky, NBC 40 Sports.
Having him back in the net has got to be good news for Mike Havlin, and more good news for the team. NBC 40 has just learned that Carl Corazzini, a forward in the Boston Bruins organization, has been assigned to Atlantic City. Corazzini is the first player that the Bruins have sent to the Bullies. Should be in the lineup tomorrow night. We'll have more on this story tomorrow at 6. More firepower for Atlantic City. Well, the Bullies beginning tomorrow night. The Philadelphia Flyers getting their season underway tonight. Philly getting that Ken Hitchcock era going out in Edmonton. There he is. Mr. Hitchcock has a Stanley Cup to show for his workout in Dallas, and that's the goalie who's going to have to take the Flyers to the promised land. Roman Cechmanek looking good there. Nice save on the Oilers' rush. And if you want to see a pretty goal, you're going to want to watch this by Dan McGillis. Sweet pass. Marty Murray, sweet pass. John LeClaire, bunch of fakes. That is nice. LeClaire actually added another one just a couple of minutes ago, but the Oilers have added one as well. It's 2-1 Philadelphia late in the third. All right, a huge high school football showdown this Saturday in Ocean City as the Red Raiders host Egg Harbor Township. Both teams already with one loss on the year, hard to believe, so if either team drops another game, they could find themselves out of the playoff race, yeah. And don't expect a lot of points to be scored. The two teams split a couple of defensive clashes last year. In the regular season, Ocean City won 7-0 at EHT. In the Group 3 South Jersey semis, the Eagles flew away, I guess, even though their wings were clipped a little bit. 7-3, combined 17 points by the two teams in 2 games. Look for more defense Saturday. The points will definitely be at a premium. Now, that field goal will be nice if either team can get that. Looking forward to that one, though. How about Major League Baseball? One score right now. In the 9th inning, the San Francisco Giants, they beat the Braves, beat the Cardinals in Game 1, almost got in a bench-clearing brawl. Now they're up 3-1 in the 9th inning. Everything looking good for San Francisco. Barry Bonds, could it be that he will be heading to the World Series, of course? A long way to go in that series, but looks like they're about to go up 2-0 heading back home.
All right, very good. Thanks, Mike. Stay tuned for tonight's New Jersey lottery numbers and, believe it or not, Friday morning wake-up call at Here at Last. Plus, an adorable addition has arrived at one local casino. That story coming up next.
This is so exciting.
Everything is on sale during the Columbus Day sale at Goods Furniture. So grab a friend and come explore.
They have everything in the world here. Everything. This would look so good in your house.
Have you heard about our carefree financing?
At Goods, there's no monthly payments and no interest payments till 2004.
Or take an extra discount for cash. It doesn't get any better than this. Ooh, look at that. That's the beauty of Good.
Hurry ends Monday.
At the time I came to Justin, I was truly desperate to quit smoking.
I have benign uterine fibroids.
I've been coming to him since March, and the pain seems to be little by little going away.
I think he's a very caring, a very giving.
I would recommend Justin Dean to all my friends and family.
I'm dedicated to providing high-quality health care for all of my patients. If you have any questions about acupuncture, give me a call.
Don't be without a cell phone anymore. Come to Wireless Zone for the personal service you deserve. We're locally owned and operated and the only exclusive authorized Verizon wireless retailer in Atlantic and Cape May counties. Check out our full line of state-of-the-art cell phones, Palm Pilot cell phones, wireless laptops, and accessories for all models at the best prices. And prepaid cell phones, too. For a limited time, get a hands-free earpiece with any activated cell phone just for stopping by. 2 locations to serve you, English Creek Shopping Center and Summers Point Shopping Center.
Now from Lancome, a moisturizer that perfects skin. See the impact. Impact Eve Silkening Moisturizer virtually transforms skin on impact. Feel skin silkened, moisturized, strengthened. Impact Eve from Lancome Paris. Now your gift with a $22.50 Lancome purchase at Boscov's. Stand back to tell us what we can expect Friday morning.
Certainly need to keep the umbrellas handy, that's for sure, as you head off to work or school. And hold on to your hats, as I mentioned, windy and wet. Daybreak, 7:04 temperatures around that time. 62 along the coast, a degree cooler at 61 farther inland. Michelle?
All right, thanks, Dan. Finally tonight, a cute and cuddly expansion for One Area Casino. You're looking at the latest additions to the feline family of the Magic Thrill Show, Furco's Untamed Illusions, playing at the Tropicana. Born to Victoria, a Bengal tiger, and Picasso, a white tiger, these 2 little male cubs, just a little more than 2 weeks old, there they are expected to follow in the footsteps of their performing parents. Furco's Untamed Illusions is expected to run through November. Oh, how cute. And speaking of little ones, well, not necessarily little ones, but high school students, Wildwood Catholic actually will be canceling classes tomorrow due to electrical problems there. So we want to pass it along to you. That does it for us tonight at 11. For Dan Skowski, Mike Dierman, the entire NBC 40 News team, I'm Michelle Dawn Mooney. Thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you back here tomorrow. Good night.